Yo, what's going on, guys? It's been a while, but we're going to get back into it. Pectus Carinatim workout program. So, we've got education out of the way, we've got diet out of the way. Now it's time to get the exercise into place. Okay, so, education, we know we shouldn't be playing contact sports, and stuff like that. Taking it easy, just easy muscle exercises. Diet, we shouldn't be eating loads of processed foods and like loads of starch. We should be trying to eat as much fruit and stuff as possible. All the common sense kind of things. So now exercise. We want to take it easy and we just want to focus on the important muscle groups. We don't need to be training our calves right now. We don't need to be training our biceps. We want to hide pectus carinatum. So what we want to do is get a pull-up bar. For now, I will do one if, comment if you haven't got access to any kind of bar that you can do pull-ups on. But we're just going to go into it straight away. Okay, I'm nice and plump, as you can see. I haven't been doing anything at all for quite a while. Since my last decent video, I literally haven't done much at all. So it's been a couple of years. So we're going to get from this, which is the state of most of us, into something that I did look like once upon a time, and something that's fairly impressive, hopefully. So what do we need to do to get to that stage? We need to do one exercise. Really, it is literally one exercise. I apologise for the light. That light's right there, so it's not the best. I will get something sorted out. So you just want to put your hands up to the pull-up bar, like that. Hold on, nice and tight. Bring yourself up a bit. Try and make sure your shoulder blades are back. I've made the big mistake for the longest time of not concentrating on my form, and it's created weird things in my back. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's still there. But it's weird things that go on in my back where it's muscles on one side have been built and muscles on the other side haven't been focused on. And then as you continue to do exercises, those muscles just keep getting bigger and it's just disproportionate. One side's growing and one side's not. And then that side starts to compensate for that side, and then you could all messed up things happen, and you could even cause scoliosis and stuff by doing stuff like that. So really focus on getting the right form, and don't do reps if you haven't got the right form. Make sure it's just right form. So you want to get up and then put your shoulder blades back so your back's engaged, so your back's helping hold you up. And we're starting from the beginning. I'm starting to be from the beginning just like you, hopefully. So get up there. And then get your legs nice and straight, lock your knees, and just bring your feet up to about your belly button. See, for me, it's hurting about there. If you can't do this yet, then do some stretching. If you want some stretches, I'll do a video on stretches, but I've been stretching for the past couple of weeks, maybe a month. Not full on. But just basic stretches, the backs of your legs you want to stretch because you're going to have to lock your knees and straighten your legs. So you want to have straight legs as they're coming up. And if your muscles are all tight, you're not going to be able to do that. So just before workout and exercise, stretching is really important to do. Not before, but before you even start doing this, before you even think about doing this. If say you haven't got access to a pull-up bar and you're going to buy one, just start stretching now. And then by the time you get your pull-up bar, you'll already be stretched out, and then straightening your legs ain't going to be that big deal. But this is literally the best exercise that you can do. There are plenty of exercises that you can do that don't involve this. Literally just Google ab exercises. But this in particular got me to quite a decent physique without much effort at all, and I didn't have to focus on my diet really much. As long as you're not really filling out your belly, as long as you eat high water content foods, fruit, or flushes that out. And then right now I have a bunch of rubbish inside there, so what I need to do and what I will do, this is my first video, by video 5 or something, this should be flushed out and I'll be looking way better it's not just because of the exercise, it's because of the diet. You know, you can exercise loads. Like you can exercise, you can do like this for like 10 weeks straight. And if you don't start your diet, you're not going to see that much difference. You'll see like muscle being built. But then as soon as you flush out your system, you just do like a couple of days fasting, or like you do like a week on just fruits, like literally just raw fruits. All of a sudden, and not even exercise, you'll see all of a sudden it's like, wow, you look insane. And it's because you've cleared this out and there isn't a bunch of like junk in your intestines and in your body. Just there's like waste that hasn't been eliminated yet. So it's quite interesting, you know. It's just as soon as you understand that, it's really easy, you know. But don't worry about that. Just worry about this for now. You know, let's do another 3. You know, I think 3 is fair. You know, we're beginners. So let's get up. Nice and controlled. You know, there I felt I probably need to stretch my quads a little bit more, just the front of my thighs. You know, that's just a little bit tight as I'm coming up. So, you know, homework is stretch your hamstrings and your calves. Make sure they're stretched. And also just make sure you've stretched your entire legs. All your legs need to be stretched. And then your lower back, you know, that needs to be stretched as well. Everything just needs to be stretched. So then when you come and do this, you're not going to put a muscle, you know, because as soon as that happens, and then you're going to be out for even longer, you might even do like some crazy damage, and then you can't do this for like a few months or years. You've got to really wait until you fully recover. So I've only done 6. This is what it looks like, you know, when you're a beginner. You know, you can't really do much. Don't try and do loads. Just do, you know, a couple. You don't even have to do it until failure. You just need to do a reasonable amount just so your muscles are told, oi, I want you to build. You know, I want to build you up. You've got to take on more weight now. You know, things have changed around here. You ain't just sitting around doing nothing. This is me talking to you, the apps. It's like, you ain't doing nothing anymore. You know, we're putting you to work. But we ain't going to put you to too much work. We ain't getting you to like do something that you can't do yet. We're just going to get you built up, you know, nice and slow. Just, you know, we're putting you to work, mate. Let's do another 3. And the first one then wasn't really good form. And I'm really trying to focus on the second and third one. I've only done 9, so you know, as I go through this, I'm gonna just explain to you, you know, what muscle groups you're gonna have to build. You know, so your arms as well. You know, I did say, yeah, you're not gonna have to do your biceps, but if you're doing this and hanging like that, probably gonna wanna work on your biceps. So yeah, I was wrong, but you know, as long as you correct yourself, it's fine. So right, I've done 9. This is my physique after 9. So let's just give ourselves another minute or so. Okay. You know, before you even try this, you should probably just like, you know, do the old hanging from the bar, but with your, it's like an engaged hang, instead of like a hang like that, where you're just using your ligaments. You know, you're actually using your muscles here. You're not just relying on your ligaments and your joints to like hold your weight. You know, that's muscle, and that's ligaments and joints. Muscle, ligaments and joints. You know, they're both good. Hopefully you can see that. But you know, you want to really train your muscle just to be able to hold that position. So when you come to do this, you're not gonna, your muscles aren't gonna panic and then just pull. You know, like by just doing that, you know, I felt up here, you know, I shouldn't do that too much. Like today is like the 23rd of January or something. So I'm gonna do this. And tomorrow, if I feel fine, I'm gonna do it again. But if I don't feel fine tomorrow, I'm gonna wait until I feel fine again. You know, you don't wanna do this when you don't feel fine. You know, you want to wait for your muscles to fully regenerate, and then you go into it. I think that's one of the mistakes that most people make, that, oh yeah, you just go hard. But you want to really like wait for it to regenerate. Everything's healed, all like the fibres are just ready to go again, and then you go and do it again. And that's how you get further, and that's how you make more progress than the people that are like doing it every single day, and their bodies aren't given the opportunity to like regenerate. So we're going to regenerate. We're going to, whatever you say, I don't know if you'd call this degenerating. It's not really degenerating, but we're going to destroy our muscle fibres by doing this. Then we're going to regenerate, and I'm going to destroy them again. And like hopefully like 2 to 3 times a week, depending, at first anyway, depending on how hard you go and how, you know, inactive your muscles are. You know, if you've been just totally letting your muscles deteriorate like I have, then you're going to want to go in real slow. So I feel like this is going to be good for the normal people that aren't into working out. You know, they're like, oh, I'm really high on Pectus Carinatim, but I've never been a gym person. This is perfect. You don't have to be a gym person, you know, just do a little bit. This is a little bit. So what am I, like 9, I think? Right, let's try and get to like 12 or 15. That's a good beginner's amount. If you can't get to that much, fine. If you can do more than that, then just keep going. Oh. Right. Back, up, lift yourself up, shoulder blades back, as much far as they can, and then focus on your legs. But really focus on the position first, so you're in like a stable position, and then you start with your legs. Like right now, I couldn't even imagine bringing my legs up all the way like I used to, because I've just allowed myself to degenerate. So what's that, 12? Right, quick little break here. I'm going to get 15. Focus on your breathing as well, you know. In real life, when you're doing this, you're not really going to be talking between stuff. You should really be focusing, just standing there. I feel like as soon as I did that, I was like, you know, I've already done enough. I've done 12 from nothing. You know, I've gone years without doing this, and then I've just done 12, so that's enough. So I'm going to stop with the out leg raises, but I am going to continue with like tucked in ones, because that's going to work on like the top ones. The lower leg raises is like so good because it focuses on the lower abs, and that's like one that people can't really build very well, because they don't do that. They don't do leg raises. So I'm going to do some tucked in ones, and if I'm feeling confident, then I'll like do it out, and then I'll do the negative on the way down. So I'll be like tucked, and then I'll do the easier one, which is like, I don't have to lift it up, I just have to like control it on the way down. And the thing is, we are more prone to injuries, you know, like if you've got Pectus Carinatim, I've got like elasticated joints and tendons in there. I literally, like when I was younger in school, I snapped both of my knees, like one of them twice and the other one once, just doing basic shit. The first time it was in badminton, and then the second time it was in, like, I was kicking a boxing bag. I can't remember what the third one was. And like the other day, I twisted my knee. Like, you know, I just jumped off the bed, and my lower leg hit the bed, and my leg was going like a different direction. It just totally twists it. It literally is, and it's just the craziest, weirdest feeling ever. It's really weird, and it's like super painful. So when you're like, You got this. You have to be careful, you know. You can't just get randomly hit on the lower leg without like taking your weight off your leg. Because if your weight's down and then you get hit on your lower leg, dude, you can like do crazy damage. And that's because of like elasticated joints, and like, I've got like stretchy skin compared to like a lot of people, you know, like, you know, I've got like stretchy skin. I don't know if anyone else has that. And I think that's it, like I've got stretchy, elasticated joints. So like, even when I do that, it's like, I need to like focus to get my stuff lined up properly, because my shit's just so like flexible, and like my shit just like goes out of place so easily. Like you can see there, like, my shit's just permanently out of place because I didn't know this when I was younger. I had to figure this out for myself. My parents like thought there was nothing wrong with me, even though there's nothing really wrong with me. It's quite a small thing in hindsight. Like, we're pretty lucky to have this wrong with us, because it's not like the worst thing. Dude, I've only got 25 seconds left. Right, let's get one more in and then that's it. Right, that is it. That's workout 1. Please follow along with me. I would have done another a longer video, but I've only got 5 seconds left. Like, comment, let me know what's up.